G'day guys, welcome back to another episode. Today I'm out offshore, just inside Mary's Reef here today to teach you guys how to catch squid on these shallow reef and weedy areas here today. So let's see how we go. Squid. It's a good one. It's a bloody good one. That's a good squid. Have a look at this. First little cast for some squid, and this guy come along and just absolutely whacked it. So cool. Good fish. Great little fish. Another good one. Another good squid. You know they're good when you hook up to them. They feel like they are just snags. You feel like you've snagged on weed. Oh, there's one right behind it too. Okay, let's get this guy in really quickly. Give me that jig. Drop this jig straight down to him. He's still there. Oh, he's eating it. Yep, and there's the second one. You have to get this guy out of the net. Oh God, this is good fun. I love catching squid, man. And there's two. That's three in a very quick period of time. All right, cast that out again. Leave that there and I'll show you guys these squid. Have a look at that. Two beautiful squid in two casts. One of them followed them up, quickly got the first one in the net, dropped the squid back to the squid jig back to the second one, and he ate it. So cool, man. Woo! Love it. So what I like to do when I'm squid fishing is use the electric motor if I can. It's nice and calm here inside Mary's Reef. Just helps you just with the drift and where you want to be in your drift and all that sort of stuff. So I'll use it exactly like I do with soft plastics. The only thing that I do a little bit different is because there's not as much tidal influence here, I go with the wind and turn my electric motor right down. So the wind is coming from directly behind me. One, it's going to help my cast distance. It's going to cast a lot further if the wind's behind me rather than me casting into it. And then I'll just have my electric motor on the slowest setting possible just to keep me pushing on the nice straight and narrow direction. Today we're fishing about 7 to 5 meters of water with a 3.0 squid jig. A nice beautiful pink one that I love using. It's my favorite squid jig. And yeah, we're just fishing all these nice rocky, weedy areas here on the reef. Very, very shallow parts of the reef. Obviously there won't be any snap or anything around this time of day. But yeah, there's some good sized squid around. I've caught 3 really, really good ones so far in this first little drift. What I'll do once I finish my drift, I will then go all the way back around. I'll either motor using the electric or use my actual motor, my petrol motor, and go all the way back to the start of the drift and drift that same patch again. So we're sort of getting to the back end of this drift here. There's a few patchy weed spots, but for the majority of the time, there's quite a lot of really, really nice areas to throw my squid jig around. Outfit is the Daiwa Revros, 2,500 size crossfire reel. I've got 10-pound braid and 10-pound leader on at the moment. 10-pound braid, this is mainly for my shallow inshore reef fishing and sort of light tackle fishing. Got a 3.0 size squid jig on at the moment, just a little cheap, I think it's an owner jig, owner squid jig I think it's called. You get them at Anaconda for like $5 each. I haven't gone past them. They smash the squid. So yeah, there's no point going for an expensive jig when this $5 one in this pink colour, it just absolutely kills it. Oh my God, a squid followed it up. That's why you wind it slow on the way up. You wind it nice and slow on the way up and bang. I saw the squid follow it all the way up. I just stopped it as soon as I saw him, dropped it back down to him. He ate it and bang, we have another squid. Man, this is fun. All right, another squid, have a look at that. Like I said, just winding it up very slowly after I was finishing the retrieve right next to the boat. Saw him follow it up because it's so clear here. We're in 9.1 meters and I can basically see the bottom. And yeah, stopped it, he ate it, bang, we're on. So with the retrieve, it really depends on the weight of your jig head. So because I'm fishing 5 to 7 meters, you could use a 2.5 or a 3. 3.5 is probably too heavy. Once you get up to that 9-10 meters and you're consistently fishing that 9-10, that's when you should go to a 3.5. You could also go all the way down to a 2 and a 1.5 and have it like as a paternoster rig if you want. Seen a lot of people do that in deep water as well and been really, really successful with it. But I've just always used this like size 3 squid jig for that 5 to 7 meters, even 4 to 7 as well. So what I do, obviously the direction of my drift slash the thing I'm using with my electric motor is going in the direction that I'm pointing at right now. Cast as far as I can in that direction and give it plenty of time to sink. People use like counting methods where they count in seconds and see how long it takes for it to sink for 1 meter and then count that. So it should be about 20-25 seconds for me. With this weighted jig head in the depth that I'm at, I always like to give it just that bit extra. Squid aren't the fastest fish in the ocean, so I find the slower technique gives them that time to have a look at it and eat it. And if you've ever had a squid eat your jig at the side of the boat, you can see that they are aggressive with it. Once they want it, they'll eat it, but they sort of spend a little bit of time just having a look at it and just seeing whether they actually want to eat it. So I often will just take my time with it in between each flick, but also once I cast it out. You want to give them that time to have a look at it, see if they really, really want it, and then, yeah, start your retrieve after that. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, this is a big one. Remember, you don't have to fish heavy drag with these guys. You can fish nice and light. They're not gonna reef you. Just take your time with it. That was on the cast. I literally casted it out, was letting it sink, and I saw the line take up really quickly. Similar to like what you would see with the snapper and stuff. And I was like, uh-oh, we've got a squid on. And yeah, bang, we've got a decent squid on again. He's up on the surface now. Just about gently bringing him over. Keeping a tight line at all times, even though I've got to lean down and grab that net. It's a good size one, man. And I think there's one behind it again. Yep, there is one behind it again. Let's see if we can do this again, hey? Get this big one in. Like that. Jesus Christ, that was a squid ink and a half, and that just went all over my boat. Man, he was just out off the front here. Where's he gone? He might have left me. Just throw that out there and see what happens. He might be still around. Oh, he's there. He's just eating it. Dropped it down. And there's another one. This is a good one as well. Oh God, I'm having some fun here today. This is how you catch squid. I'm gonna flick the other guy out of the net. Don't squirt on me. And get the other guy in this net, like that. Give him time to ink out. These are some big squid, man. Woo! Have a look at these two. Whoa, these are two monsters. So good, such good squid, man. Oh, what a session this is. I've only been fishing for about half an hour. I've got 5, all big ones too. Woo! All right, don't forget as well to use code Lunatics10 on anything 7 Seas Apparel. So go ahead to 7 Seas Apparel on Instagram, on their website. Go buy some of the fishing apparel that they've got. They've got t-shirts, they've got singlets, shorts, things for the kids, things for the girls, things for everybody really. I'm wearing their fishing shirt today. SPF 50, made from recycled material. Really, really good piece of kit to have while you're out fishing. So yeah, don't forget to go to 7 Seas Apparel. Use code Lunatics10, save yourself 10% off. Also, when you're fishing with squid, fish are very, oh my, I'm just getting interrupted by them at the moment. Fish are very, very light drag. There's no point going heavy. You're hooking into their tentacles, which are very soft as well. So if you can, fish as light as you can with your drag, man. The lighter, the better. And I'm literally just casting out and hitting squid after squid at the moment. You want to net them from behind, unlike you do with fish, where you go head first. Squid, when you have them on the jig, they'll go backwards. So if you can get the net around the back of them, like that, they will stay like that. That's a chunk. Jesus. Another one, number 6. Such a good squid, man. Oh. To deal with them, if they're really big, it can be quite hard to do this, but if you can just pinch right between their head and the actual back part of the squid there, you just pinch really hard, see how they just go white like that. This guy's been humanely dealt with, ready to go on ice for either some bait or food, whatever you want. I prefer them like food. I love squid. Woo! Only issue is the boat's getting a big old mess at the moment. Back to what I was saying is, these squid that I've caught, they're all in the same area. They're all in roughly a 50 square meter patch. So if you can, like I said, use the electric. I don't really spot lock with it. A lot of people use spot lock when they're squid fishing if they catch one. Just never really, I don't know. I just can't do it. My skill level might not be that good. I might not be as patient etc, etc. What I like to do is just keep drifting through it. If I do catch a good one, I will kill the motor while I'm fighting it, just so it slows down my drift, and it gives me a chance to catch a couple in that drift. But yeah, normally I'll just motor back around, give it a big wide berth, that area that I've just fished and caught the squid at, and then I'll start that drift again at the same spot. That's why it pays to have maps on your sounder. You can literally pinpoint where you started that drift, and then I've got a heading setting on my electric motor where I just say I want to head in this degree, and if I remember what degree that is and I'm right in the same spot, I'm literally doing the same drift that I've done previously. So yeah, something that's very handy to have is one, the electric motor, and two, just being able to fish all those areas, because you might have caught one squid, but that's not the patch. The patch is 40, 50 meters away, and if you don't drift, if you go straight into that spot lock mode, you won't ever find that big patch, you know? And even though I've caught 6, I'm still drifting over these patches. I'm not spot locking and staying in that one spot. So I'm just continuously looking for where these squid are. And if I find them, I'll slow my drift down to make it a bit easier to catch more. But I'll always go back to the start of the drift once I've finished it. I guess the last sort of tip I'll give you guys as well is all about stealth. There's no point sprinting over your squid spot, full tilt, motor going full tilt. Similar to snapper in early morning, you want to have a stealth approach with them. You want to make sure that before you get to those grounds, you know which way you're going to drift, so you know which end of the reef you might go or which end of the weed patch you might go. And then get the electric motor in, start to slowly motor yourself over there, then start fishing. If you don't have an electric motor, just find out where your drift is, set it about 50, 60 meters away, and then just be patient, let yourself drift over that spot. Another one. God. There's so many here. It's a 7. It's a bit smaller, which is good. Oh no, he's not that small. He's quite big actually. Have a look at that. Great little squid, hey? So cool. Woo! Getting a big feeder here. All right, well, what a session that was. That was so cool to see those 2 squid caught so quickly after each other. One of the other big ones followed the other big one up, and all I had to do was drop that jig down and bang. They just smack it whenever you can do that. If you ever see them, don't be afraid to drop that jig down. They always come back for it. It's a crazy thing that they do. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all learned something. Leave a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.